Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. We have some monumental news for you.
The big news.
What?
The great one, the GOAT, is retiring. Saban calls it a wrap. The greatest college football coach of all time is retiring. We saw this coming when he spent $17 million on a retirement home in Jupiter, Florida. I've kind of kept you abreast of that multiple times, that I felt like he was real close to retirement, and now he's made it official. And this is in the Tuscaloosa News by Nick Kelly. It says, Nick Saban retires as Alabama football coach. It says the 4 words that Alabama football fans never wanted to hear, and they always were hearing it for, many years. And that was, when will Saban retire? And I'm sure they're tired of hearing it, but, he was there forever, it seems like. The guy won 7 national titles, 6 with Alabama. I don't know that anybody can ever match that. That's just amazing. And he tied Paul Bear Bryant for the most in Alabama history, but then he had the 7th at LSU. This obviously is going to have ramifications all over college football, especially with the transfer portal the way that it is. It's going to be pretty epic to see what happens. A lot of guys have already transferred out at Alabama because that's going to happen at a big-time school once they lost in the playoff. And I think a lot of people were thinking that he wanted to go out on top. He made it to the playoff. They had a good shot at it. They gave Michigan a heck of a game, and they lost in overtime. And he obviously came really close to doing just that, which would have been epic. But the guys won as much as you could possibly win. And I'm sure the players are probably in a bit of shock, Jalen Milroe and all those guys. I told you folks that I thought George McIntyre, the 5-star quarterback, I actually just did a video on him, that he was probably going to, well, I gave a crystal ball to Tennessee, even though all the experts were saying Alabama. Well, you can probably just go ahead and put him into the Tennessee category at this point, because coach is obviously a big part of this. And he was very comfortable with Coach Saban, so we'll see how that plays out. But what a career the man had. This is huge news. This is going to be all over the country. People are going to be talking about this. And it's going to affect everything in the SEC. He has been on top, he and Georgia, for umpteen years. And really, it was just Alabama for a long time. So now they've got to find a coach. Now, who are they going to get? Good grief. Lane Kiffin, calm down, Lane. Calm down. My gosh, he's probably going crazy down there right now. He's probably in a helicopter heading to Tuscaloosa as we speak.
The new phone book's here! The new phone book's here!
You've got him. Who else would be a possible replacement for Coach Saban, which would be, God, you're talking about a tough replacement. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of coaches that won't want to fill his shoes, especially if they've already got a good job. Lane is just the first one that came off the top of my head because, oh, man, the people in Ole Miss are just like, you got to be kidding me. Every year we have to do this with Lane Kiffin.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
Every year. I actually feel bad for them because, man, they're a dark horse to win a national title next year with everybody they brought in the portal. So it'll probably be somebody other than Lane, but he was an offensive coordinator there, and he's been very successful. So, oh, man. And also, Florida's almost sick about this because Billy Napier, they're probably going to have to replace him this year. They were probably thinking Lane Kiffin as a replacement. That's not going to happen if he goes to Alabama. So this is going to make all kinds of dominoes fall. Just dunk, all the way across the coaching scene, because this is a big-time spot. I mean, the only thing bigger than probably getting Alabama head coaching would be probably Georgia, just because the recruiting's better in Georgia, but Alabama has great recruiting too. And all that, oh, man, this is going to be something to watch. But I did want to break that news to you. You probably already know it's going to take me a while to get this squared away, so I'm going to probably be an hour late on this because that's just the way it is unless you go live, which I probably should have done. But anyway, I did want to report this, and Nick Saban had a heck of a career. I salute you, sir. Best coach I ever saw. And if you like this content, you know what to do. Hit this right here subscribe button. It'll get you all this type of news. And right over here's a video YouTube thinks you'll enjoy based on your viewing history. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.